Good morning, guys. Chris from the Ultimate Recycler. This is episode 7 of this radio shed house cleanup. I've just got to the house this morning. It's just after 9. I've just backed the ute and trailer in, as you can see, and it's nice to see that the gardener has been here and trimmed back all the shrubs, so it's much easier access now. We did have troubles backing the van in with a lot of rose bushes. The good thing is too that all the scrap's gone from over that side of the house, and the pile of timber's gone, so that's great. Someone's got those, and hopefully they're being reused and recycled accordingly. So now we've just got to finish cleaning out that garage, which we couldn't get into last time, and the other sheds. If you've been following the series, we've cleaned out the sheds, swept them out, left them nice and neat, so that's all finished. In the house we just have 2 mattresses and a washing machine, and I think that's about it. There's a couple of things around the back we're going to grab. So there won't be anything exciting in this episode, but we have to finish cleaning up. We have to complete the job and do it properly. Our business relies on getting a good reputation, and if you do a nice job, people do talk. So this trip won't be overly profitable. It's just more about cleaning up and leaving the job neat. Just having a quick walk around here. The gardener's really gone to town. This backyard's opened up so much, it was quite overgrown. They've obviously neatened the whole yard up, getting the place ready for sale. All the pot plants that were in that section have all gone, which is fine, we didn't want them. We were going to get some washing machine barrels from around the back, and Christine wanted some of the terracotta flower pots and things, but that whole pile has been cleaned up and all neat and gone. I was even going to grab a little bit of the timber for firewood, but well, I guess we can tick that off the list too. That's all gone. So anyway, the yard's really nice and neat. The guy has done a great job. All these shrubs and bushes you might have seen in the background in the earlier episodes have all been cut right back. You couldn't even see that fence over there. So anyway, the yard's all completely finished. I'm pleased that they got the scrap metal and the timber, and it looks like someone's been in the house because the mattresses are just inside the back door, so we'll get rid of those. I'm not sure if the piano has been picked up yet, but no, it's still in there, but we don't. The guy has got someone to take that, so I'm pretty pleased that we don't have to worry about moving that. So just the mattresses and the washing machine. And I now have these out. The washing machine's on the trailer. I've also been into the other sheds that we cleaned out, and the only things I had to get there were the bench grinder and the nice old Dawn Vice. So that alone probably pays for today's trip, so that's pretty good. So all we have to do is get into that garage. So the key still hasn't turned up. We don't really know what happened to it. I've tried all the keys on the bunches that I've got a couple of times. Nothing will open it. So I bought a couple of alternative keys. These aren't very good, and I've got some extension handles on them. The jaws are pretty well worn, but we'll see if we can get through the padlock. If we can't, well, I've got a backup plan with the hacksaw, and we'll probably just have to cut that tab off there. So either way, we'll be in here very shortly. Okay, I couldn't film those comical efforts with and using 2 hands on the bolt cutters as well. You can see that they haven't even chopped through. They've just really, well, they've nibbled into it. I think that side might have broken. I've got the pliers on here, and I'm just going to try and bend it back and forward until it snaps. I really do need to get some better bolt cutters. But in saying that, they're not really the tools of my trade. I think that would cast my profession in a shadowy light if I had bolt cutters in my ute wherever I went. But on the odd occasion we need to do this, so I better invest in a good pair at some stage. So I think I can just bend that shackle back and forward and it should be able to snap off now. Success. One very mangled, sturdy padlock, but at least we didn't actually damage this latch. So now we can get into the shed. And I don't quite remember what we have to clean up in here. There's a lot of cardboard boxes, and unfortunately the recycle bin's got a bit of stuff in it, but I should be able to cut them up and get rid of most of those. There's a little frame here, probably a scrap metal item, but I'll throw it on the trailer. A few boxes of, I think these are just more empty boxes. What do we got up the top? Looks like some old carpet remnants, some underlay. I don't really want to take that. I wonder if I could leave that there. I might check with the real estate agent. I've got to see him today and give him some cash. But we'll try and get rid of the rubbish and clean up the bottom of the shed here. There's a big roll of something here. It looks like carpet again. Alright, well, I probably will have to get rid of that. I want to leave the shed empty, but what's up in those rafter sections we might be able to get away with leaving there. Not much else to go. There's a homemade table saw here which I'll take, and looks like there's some old concrete posts on the ground. They should be able to stay there. They've obviously been there to keep stuff off the ground. I am going to grab that firewood. That'll be really handy for my shed. There's a little fireplace box there which will sell, and a little garden trimmer, 2-stroke trimmer. So that's all right. This side we have some masonite sheets, not really good enough to reuse, but I can throw those in the bottom of the trailer. I'll get rid of those. And there's some fluoro tubes. In fact, that's a couple of fluorescent lights with tubes. All right, and a lamp here. Okay, so not much to go. We should be able to get everything on easily. Really, I just got a bit of labour to cut up these boxes. I'll try and pack the recycle bin as neat as I can so it all gets recycled. And I don't have to sweep this shed out. It's just a dirt floor, so we won't worry too much. We'll just leave it neat, and I'll ring this real estate agent. I've got to give him some cash this morning and give him the keys back, and then we can cross this job off our list and spend plenty of time sorting out boxes at home. Let me know if you've enjoyed the unpacking, the unboxing of stuff. I've got getting some favourable comments. That's a cool old tin. But yes, if you like them, I'll keep doing them. We've certainly got plenty of boxes to go through. That's a limited edition modern reproduction of that old mower kit I found in the back shed the other day. So, all right, that's saleable. It's actually full of fuel. Yeah, so like I was saying, give us some feedback. If you want to see more unboxing of treasures, we shall do that. It's going to take me quite a while to get to the top 10 on this deal, so there'll be a few other videos of various things in between. I've got a few repair videos coming up. That roller speaker might be worth saving. Nice old speaker box. And yes, so we've had a good response to this series, and we'll be doing lots more. I do have to empty the van at home as soon as possible because we're heading off to another place to quote on Friday. So no doubt we'll buy that lot before we finish this lot. That's how our business seems to work. Alrighty, let's get to it. I might make another coffee first. Whoa, it's been a while since that door's been opened. I really feel like I'd be channeling my inner Indiana Jones walking through there. I might get a broom and brush it all. I'm not sure if you can see those spider webs, but they are super thick. I just pushed the door open and they almost stopped the door swinging. So we'll brush them down, and the ute and trailer are just out there for easy access. Now you may have noticed that Christine and Coco aren't with me today, my two favourite offsiders. They're at home doing some stuff, and it's really just a one-person job here. So the job's all mine. All mine and my two other favourite offsiders, a box cutter and a coffee. So I've spent the last 20 minutes to half an hour chopping up all these boxes. They were all just empty boxes. There's still a couple on that stand there. And I did feel some eyes looking at me. And if you look up in that top corner, we have a black moggy looking down at me. I don't know if he's been there all along, but he seems quite comfortable in the corner, and eyes are fixed on wherever I travel. So I'm not taking that home. That can stay in the shed. So we've got the recycle bin absolutely chockers. I did cut everything small and flat, and it's stacked up quite well. I do, however, have a larger box with a lot of other cut up cardboard boxes that I'm going to have to take home because they can't be left here and they won't fit in the bin. So next is getting this table saw out and the firewood I'll throw in the back of the ute. And then we've really only got this one stand and light there to finish the shed. I have started sweeping down the walls. I do like to leave a shed neat, and it leaves a great impression on our clients when you do that. It's only 5-10 minutes work. And the other thing it does help is when I'm sweeping off all the framework, I often find things that I probably would have missed. I haven't found anything particularly good now, but over the years I've found some great stuff just hanging on the odd nail in a shed, or sitting on a little beam. There's been padlocks. I found a really nice cast iron kangaroo one time, which was, I think, made by International Harvester Company from memory. I've still got it packed away one day. I'll show you if I ever dig it out. So yeah, I've just got to, I might get some of this down and just see how messy and awkward it's going to be to get down. I would like to leave the shed neat. I must ring the guy in, because he needs to meet me here, so I might ring him next while I finish my coffee. And if he says, don't worry about it, then it's much easier for me to leave it there. What am I going to do with it? Well, if I take it, I think most of it's the old-fashioned underlay that goes under carpet, which will make actually great ground covers in my backyard and will feed the worms. It'll break down nicely. The carpet over there is more of a problem. You can use it on garden paths and on top of worm farms, but there's a fair amount of synthetic material in them, which ends up as odd threads all through your soil. There's some old curled up lino there that's really not much good for anything. So I'll ring the real estate guy now and finish my coffee and just see what he says about that. I can get the rest of the shed done. And probably, I haven't got much on the trailer yet. I'll put this saw on there, maybe the mattresses. I might be able to tie that down. And if I do have to take this stuff, it can go on the back of the ute. Now hang on a tick, can this deal give up another treasure when we just think we're finished? I did move a big plastic bag from around the back there that was full of old sheets, and clearly it was rubbish, old pillows from out of the house. And I thought these bags might have just contained much the same. And I dragged this one off the bottom of the frame, and it was heavy. And it made a bit of a ding noise, like there's a bell or something in there when I knocked it. So I'll put this stand down here, adjust my camera, and together with my ever loyal offsider, Mr. Knife, we'll get into here and see what's in here. It's been wrapped up a long time, and I'm wondering if it's something particularly good. It looks timber. Oh, I think this is a ripper. In fact, the bell reminded me, you know those old wall telephones? It was that kind of a bell, and it looks like we have a beautiful old wall mount phone. That's awesome. There's the bell, hang on. I can't get it to ring. That's what I heard. So, I don't know its condition. It looks pretty good. It's been wrapped up in plastic for quite a long time. Oh, that's amazing. Let's get out of here if we can. Hopefully there's no wildlife in here. There we go. There is some wildlife. I'm not sure if you can see that. Let's adjust the camera. There we go. Early 1900s. It's possibly a, oh, it says Commonwealth of Australia. PMG maybe. I think there's a redback on there. We better check him. There's no handset for it. But that's, yeah, it is a redback. Look at that go. Alright, I'm going to put the camera down and I'll just clean this off a bit and we'll have a better look in a tick. How's that look, hey? That's just amazing. Now, there's a screwdriver type latch here that we open up the side. Oh, it's complete. There's the handset too. There's the crank handle in there. The magneto. It'll have a date on it. It's early 1900s. I think it was possibly Ericsson made. So I'm going to take that home and clean that up. We might even do a separate video on doing this. I'm not sure. But it's a great find towards the end of this deal. But wait, there's another plastic bag under that stand. Okay guys, I have good news, I have very good news, and I have excellent news. The good news is we're finished. The real estate agent was just here. I was just finishing up the last of this shed here. I swept down all the walls, and he was very happy with the job. He was actually showing some people through the house, and he said we don't have to worry about taking that stuff off the top there. That can stay there, and even that big lump of carpet down in the corner can stay. So that's good news. The excellent news was we're finished. The job's done. I'm very happy with what we've got out of here, and it didn't take too long this morning to finish it off. And the super excellent news is that other black plastic bag that was under those shelves that were in there is another phone. I didn't open it. It just felt like another phone. So we'll take it home. We'll open them both up. I'll do a bit of checking on them, but I would expect that those two will nearly pay for the deal. So how's that? That's absolutely awesome. In the dying throes of the cleanup, we find something like that. So all I have to do now is to tie down the trailer and the ute, put the mattresses on. I'll make another coffee. I'll make sure everything's turned off here and closed up as it should be. And fantastic, we can hit the road and get home. And before I finish this video up, we'll have another look at those phones. And there was another turntable. One of those boxes in there wasn't empty. It was actually another old record turntable. Don't know if it's anything flash, but better than an empty box. So I'll catch you shortly. We'll tie down, we'll head off, and I'll see you at home. Home now. Oh well, at the back of the shop anyway. Here's our magnificent Ericsson phone. I've got the handpiece out there and screwed the little mouthpiece on. Nothing's damaged. The case is a little bit rough, but nothing's broken. And as you can see inside, it has the crank handle, which cranks the little magneto thing here. And I think that what that does is it energizes down the line and rings the bells at the next phone down the line. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think these were known as party phones, or a party line, and they used them in the early times, especially in rural Australia, to connect farms together. So you could crank your phone and it would ring, I think it would ring the other ones down the same line. So there was no exchange as such, and then everyone could probably talk together, which is probably why they're called a party line. So this is pretty good. Now, there's some manufacturing details here, but I can't make out any of the dates. However, there's a little sticker in here that says it's an LM Ericsson and Co. Made in Stockholm, 1907. So that's 114 years old. And it would restore beautifully. Really, it's just the case has got a little bit of rubbing and the original finish is a bit worn. That's where the crank handle screws in. The bells would polish up nice. There's a little bit of wear to the transfer on that cover piece there. I assume these are where your wires came in and then went out to the next lines. So I did check a price on them. I found one that was fully restored in immaculate condition, and it had quite a lot of bids on eBay, and it actually sold for just over $1,000. I saw another one that was around about similar condition to this, and it didn't get a bid at $500, but then postage is going to be fairly expensive. I think in the shop they're about a $500 piece. So that's what I'm going to price them at. I will clean them up a little bit, and I'll just maybe wipe a bit of metho over the finish, and it'll just bring the finish up a little bit, take the dust off. Now, the next thing is, here's the other bag. Now you can see how long they've been stored in the shed for. So I haven't opened this, but I'm pretty sure it's a phone because it's the same dimensions, it feels the same, and it may have actually dinged at me once or twice on the way home. So I wonder if the condition's the same. We'll have a look at that in a second. I'll put the camera up on a tripod and we'll unwrap that. And the only other thing that I wanted to show, and I haven't had a look myself, is this box did look like it had a turntable in it. I only had a quick peek because it was more heavy than the other boxes, which were all empty. So there we go. It's an old turntable. I don't know the condition. I don't know the make. And there's some drawings here. Something to do with the wiring of the... Looks like it's the wiring of the tone arm. So it's a Philips. So it's not a homemade job. It's a commercial brand. I think it's missing the head. Anyway, it may not be much good. It might be out of a radiogram or something. He's got it popped up on little boxes there. Might be handy for parts. So, yeah, look, it's certainly better than an empty box. But not a huge amount of value there. Anyway, I'm itching to have a look at this other phone, and I bet you guys are too. Okay, let's get into this. You probably should just untie it rather than cut the plastic. It's more dramatic when you rip the bag open like a Christmas present though. But anyway, we don't want to damage it, so I'm going to cut the string. It's not being cooperative. Okay, that's got it. Alright, I think I will cut the plastic and we'll just fold it open. Well, this one's in a second bag. doubly wrapped up. It might be in a bit better condition. Well, it's certainly secure. Good thing it's kept the mice out of it. Alright, it's exactly the same model's phone. The case is probably a little bit rougher than the other one. It's got a hook on the front. The other one was missing that. Now let's have a look inside. Oh, there we go, it's complete as well. It's got all the parts. It's got a couple of fuses here that the other one didn't have. And this one's dated 1910, so much the same phone, much the same condition. How's that, hey? Pretty good. I'm actually tempted to take them home and put one in the shed and one in the house, and then Christine can crank the handle and ring me and we can talk as if it's 114 years ago. So that's pretty amazing. I'm going to clean them up. I think I'll put them in the shop, as much as I'd like to keep them. Let's have a look on the back. Yeah, just a pine back. Would have gone just screwed up against the wall. That's where the handpiece plugs into the handset. So I think I can pretty well say we'll get our money back. We'll get $500 per phone, I would reckon. These are definitely going to be in the top 10, and as I said, certainly wasn't expecting this on the final cleanup day. Hello? Ah, that could be why. Just trying to get YouTube's help desk. Clearly they weren't around in 1907. So anyway, that'll finish up this video. Thanks for watching. This was part 7, I think. Look out for a few more parts. We're going to go through more boxes. I've got lots of boxes. Some of them a lot of them are books, which I won't go through, but well, I will eventually. But there are a few more boxes of unknowns, so I'll do a few more unboxing videos. I might go through that coin collection one day on video. So there'll be a few more parts to this series, but it'll probably be a little while before we do that, because I've got some other work to attend to. We've got a quote on another shed lot this Friday, and I've got some other repair videos ready to go. So stay tuned to my channel. Hopefully it stays interesting for you. For those of you that have been watching and haven't subscribed, consider subscribing, because I want my channel to be led by you guys. So if you've watched one video and something interests you, well, subscribe and let me know what you'd like, and I can hopefully do some videos down those paths. So my channel's being shaped by the feedback I'm getting, and it's been great, so thanks for all that. So we'll finish this video up now. I'll catch you in the next one. It'll probably be a repair video of some sort, and then I'll do a few more unboxing videos at some stage. So I'll see you then. Bye.